not PD, so this is probably not going to be as good as what PD does. But I decided to make a radio button for us on the character generation page. You can use it for anything. I used it for races. So basically what I did was I went into my scripts, and I'll show you the script at first. It's in character generator. And what I added was right here. I made an enum called race name with human, dwarf, elf. You can add as many as you want to add. Then I made a current race, which is basically a safe spot where the variable that you pick. The next thing I did is I set toggle boolean. I called it toggle bool for the length of that enum. And then I created a private function called display race2, and I did a for loop for the length of the race names. You could just use new rec inside of the actual toggle, but I used winrec as a variable for it. You can place it anywhere you want, of course. And then I put an if statement if GUI toggle is turned to true, and it, of course, this repeats through all three of the controls that I have. It sets the current race to that the current race variable to that race, and then goes through the whole loop again and puts the toggle to false for everything, and then it turns back on the toggle for true for this one. Without that, it doesn't turn off the dot on and off on the thing, which you'll see in a minute. And then I put a little log so I can check to make sure the stringing is actually being done. And that's basically all I actually did to it. It took me a while because I was trying a bunch of different fancy ways and found this is the easiest way was the best. I'll show you what it looks like now. Go back to Unity, press play. I'm doing this on my laptop, so it's not as good as my desktop, but my desktop's where I can't get to it right now. So, okay, you recognize this. There's a bunch of extra fields that I've started playing around with for my game. But right here are the two different radio buttons that I made. Let me move this up a little bit so you can see the. Right now it says the gender's current male. If I click on female, it now changes, of course, to female at the bottom there. It's hard to see it when I do the human dwarf, but when I click on human or the elf, it'll show you in the thing here. Let me show you that. Right now we're female elf. You click on dwarf, it changes it to dwarf. It's human, it changes it to human. That's basically all there is to it. I'm going to be working on some other things too, but this took a while. I couldn't find it anywhere on any of the any on the forums or anything actually how to do it this way. It seemed pretty simple, so I hope this helps out. I want to show you one more thing before I let you go. Also in here I'm going to be adding like the stats change because they pick a different race. You can put anything you want in there. So thanks for listening.